Yes. We are live. Good evening, everyone. How's been your day? You don't know how my went, but thank God we are here. Yeah, regardless, irrespective, we keep showing up, and that's one thing that adulthood is gonna teach you. You have to understand that no matter what, we have to keep showing up because I know that if I don't show up, um. You will feel disappointed, and I also will feel disappointed in myself. And put this out here now. Sundays or Saturdays or turn if it's not Saturday, it's gonna be a Sunday because of work and then all of those other things. That's all of those other exigencies. Yes. So how's it going at your end? My name is Funmilola Williams. I'm the lead coach at the Informed and Reformed Teens Academy. The Informed and Reformed Teens Academy is an academy for young girls, just girls, where by the grace of God, we have a curriculum through. We run the girls through to help them transition into either a teenager or an adult so that the transition is seamless. So if you have a girl, if you have anyone that has a girl, tell them that there's a community that's helping you. My coach will say, we are not um we're not your rivals, we're not your competitors. So your challenge is not team mentors, trust me. Team mentors are just helping you on your journey. Team mentors are just helping you. They are helping you to um they're supporting you in your parenting your teen girl. That's what we're doing. That's what I am doing. By the grace of God, I have had the grace, I've had the privilege, I have had the opportunity, yes, to mentor a lot of teen girls, a lot. At least for 5, 6 years now, I've done that steadily. But now we are together as an academy, fully registered, and I'm putting all of the works together and all of that. So please, if you got a girl, don't worry, they're in safe hands. Your girls are secured. Yes, that's that by way of introduction. And then what we're talking about today is something that touches at the core of my heart. As a matter of fact, whatever concerns a girl touches the core of my heart. Yes, because I was once a girl, now I'm a woman, and I know how the journey can be, just the same way you know how the journey can be. And the essence of all of these things that we're doing, that we're sharing, is to ensure the daughter is helped. That's the word. Most of us lacked help while we were growing up, and that's why we made the choices that we made, decisions that we made. We lacked help, and when I don't mean help in terms of, I mean help in terms of wisdom, help in terms of guidance, in terms of all of that. So that's what we're trying to do now in this academy. And please do not deny your daughter that. Do not deny your daughter the privilege of the other adult, significant on that, because that time is coming when you will cease to be the most important, and that time is coming faster than you know it. Be prepared. I like to say that if someone parenting a teenager can't be caught unaware, you can't be caught unprepared. You can't, something can happen and you're wondering, what do I do? You must always know what to do part time as a parent of a teenage girl, because not knowing what to do is disastrous. Now I'm going to ask us a question. I know that how many people are watching right now. For only people as are watching right now, I can see, is it just one or two yet? Okay. But please, when you are, if you are, even if you're catching the replay, I'm going to ask a question. And please, I like your honest answer. But if you are here now, I want to see the answer in the comment section, because that answer is going to decide for me whether we're going to go on with the conversation of today, or I'm just going to say thank you for coming around. I'll see you next week. Yeah. So the question is this: how many of us had wished, yeah, that the things that we did as younger girls, how many of us wished that we were able, wish that we told our parents the things we did? How many of us? All the things that we did as teenage girls. How many of us wish we told our parents the things that we did? I want to see the comment in the comment section. How many of us? I, for one, I wish that I did. There are some certain things I did that I wish that I passed by my mom or some or another significant adult. So I've answered the question for myself. So, or am I the only one that's able? That means I'm the only one that made mistakes, yeah? So please, I'd like to see in the comment section, how many of us wished that the things that we did, how many of us wish that we didn't do them, or we told our parents? And I'm going to tell us, why did we wish that? Why didn't we do it? The next question is going to be, why didn't we? Why didn't we go to our parents? Why? For the decision, for whatever it was that was turbulent at that time, as I mean, might be not be significant anymore now because we had us. But at that time, what held us back from going to our parents? Why didn't we go to them? Why? And that reason that didn't make us go to them is what we're going to be talking this evening. So please, if you have a teenage girl, please, if you are not even watching this live, it will do you a word of good to catch the replay. Now, how to earn the trust of your teenage girl? And that is the answer to the first question. We didn't trust our parents enough to go to them with our challenges. Trust me. No matter how you want to rationalize it, how you want to state it, how you want to put it, but that was what happened. Not trust in the sense of what you call trust now, but we didn't trust what their reaction will be. We didn't trust what their response to will be. Most importantly, we didn't trust that they had the solution for us. That's it. That is it. That is it. That's why most of us just felt, oh, I'm better off without telling them. I'm better off without informing them. And of course, we know several years down the line that we wished that we didn't do that. So now, can we correct that gap? All of these things is about correcting gaps, correcting error, and then not making the same mistakes that how was made. We're not here to judge our parents. We're not here, and don't forget, our parents that time, their reality then was different from what we have now. Most of them were coming from a lot in terms of instability in the country, civil war, this, that. So they just understood, they just wanted to stay alive. They just wanted to be alive. They didn't understand, they just understood survivor. Do you understand? So that is it. So you must be able to understand where they're coming from. But now that we are here, how do we not repeat the same errors? How do we not repeat the same mistake? That's what we'll be talking about this evening. And that's why I said how to earn the trust of a teenage girl. And of course, you should know by now that, not without even kidding, girls like secret a lot. I don't know why it is so. That's why it's possible for two girls, three girls to be dating the same person without the three of them knowing. Girls like to, like, even as in as much as girls like community, girls like this, girls like, but what something that is private to a girl, something that is very important to a girl likes to keep it safe, likes to keep it private, and that's why a lot of things happen. So to ensure that your child or your teenager is not keeping safe, so to say, what is dangerous, to ensure that your child is not keeping safe, what could be inimical to her growth and progress in life, how does she earn your trust? Did you see that word I used? Hen. It's not automatic. If you like, shout it tomorrow. If you like, you can't break her head, you can't force her. You can't force her to confide in you. You can't force her to tell you things. You can only earn it. It is earned. It's not a right. So please, I like to say that in the comment section. Trust is earned. Trust is earned. Trust is not a right. Trust is earned. Yeah, so that's the first bullet point for today. And of course, once you see something that is striking to you, I like you to put in the comment section. Don't mind my mood. Don't mind. Just don't even mind whatever it is. I may not be your back today, but trust me, whatever I've got to say, definitely you have something to learn from it. So some things are just like that. It's been somehow, and but most importantly, we are here. That's what matters. We show up regardless. Yep, let's ride. So how do you earn the trust? So it's not automatic. So you don't say, don't you trust me? You can't go and be demanding. If somebody put that in the comment section, trust is not demanded. You can't go and be demanding. You can't go and be demanding for trust. You can't go and be saying something like, you must trust me. You have to trust me. No, 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 no. You don't demand trust. Trust is not demanded. Trust is earned. Trust is not a right. Trust is earned. I like to have someone have that for me in the comment section. All right. So, number one, how to earn the trust of a teen girl. Number one, you have to understand that trust is a responsibility. That is a pivotal point of everything. Trust is a responsibility. That has to be shielded, that has to be guided, that has to be protected and safeguarded. You can't treat trust anyhow. And for you to understand, for you to know that, for you to even understand that trust is a responsibility, you need to have an idea of what trust is. You need to know trust is that absolute confidence, in you, repost, unchallenged, unquestioned, unalloyed loyal, should I call it unalloyed loyalty now? Do you understand? That is trust. Absolute and complete confidence in your judgment. That's what I call trust. Trust is absolute and complete confidence in your judgment. And you will agree with me that that is a huge responsibility. So, because responsibility in the sense that what if you're wrong? What if that judgment is wrong? And you see why you cannot afford to to be wrong in your judgment about certain things, especially as it concerns your teen girls. So you have to understand that trust is a responsibility. It's not demanded, it's not a right, it is earned, is earned. It's not demanded, it's not a right. And what's most important is you have to understand that it is an absolute responsibility. So he's like, it's like you're being what's it called now? You're gonna be called to account. Yeah, let me put it that way. You're gonna be called to account based on it, based on the level that has been reposed in you. So trust is a responsibility. The moment you first understand that, then you will know how to treat it. So you will know that, I know they said this thing that to whom much is given, much is expected. So you would know it's a responsibility. You can't afford to do anyhow with it. You can't afford to be anyhow with it. You can't afford to just, be lackadaisical about it, because it is a responsibility. That's one thing you need to know. But the moment that settles in your mind, then you will know that this thing that your teen girl is desiring of you is not what you just treat anyhow. It's not what you just do anyhow, but what you treat with all of the respect that it deserves. That's number one. You need to understand that trust is a responsibility. The next thing you need to do, you need to understand that without, see, we're back to this connection of a thing, because see, this thing can't be overemphasized, can't be overstressed. This is the fulcrum upon which your parenting is going to stand. This connection that we're talking about. Don't, I'm beginning to sound like a broken record, and please permit me to sound that way, because I know that it is very important. See, I have teenagers on my hands whose parents have absolutely no idea what's happening in their lives. You don't want to be in that place as a parent, trust me. I don't want to be in that place as a parent. It is not a good place to be, but it is happening. Every day teenagers are going through struggles. Their parents, I was chatting with one of them yesterday, and I had to ask, how about this particular struggle of yours? And she said, and he said, oh, it's this. And it's okay. Have you been able to communicate with your parent about it? And say, no, and for me, no, hush. And you know what? The thing is that if they don't give me the license to communicate to their parent, I can't go ahead. That's the truth. Because it comes with their job. So is it not better if it is coming from you than it is coming from your teenagers and then you're not aware? Do you understand what I am saying? That's why I keep saying that this issue of connection, we can't overemphasize it. So please understand. Number one thing I said is that trust is a responsibility. I said trust is not demanded, trust is not a right, trust is earned. You can't demand trust, you can't command trust. You can only earn it, meaning you have to work for it. And then the work that you are going to do to earn it from the girl. So that, this is the idea of it, yeah? The idea is that if everything goes all wrong, if probability, yeah? If everything goes all wrong, can your daughter drop everything that she's doing and think, oh, I'm going to my mom or I'm going to my dad? Do you understand? That's your job. That's your role. I'm going to illustrate. The other day, it's in the course of the week. I don't know what it was that my girl did, and then I've forgotten now what it was. I can't remember, but there was something she did, and it was something really that ordinarily I would have just gone, And then she just she said, "Oh," and she held. What was that thing? So sincerely, I've forgotten. And then she held that thing, and she said, "Mommy," and then she knelt down, "Mommy, see what I have done." Do you get? That's trust. When at that level, because that level we are. So I like to think that if she could come, because she knows the kind of response she's gonna get. Oh, trust me, 2 years ago, if she had come, she'd have collected. Oh, trust me, if she had come, like she had done that kind of thing, and she had come and to say, "Come, mommy, see what I've done," she would have collected. But I'm growing on my journey, and that is the essence of this thing. So, dear parents, you can't demand trust. You can't command trust. You can only hand trust. We got to that place because I've been able to hand that, at least to that extent. She's able to understand that, okay, if he ever gets this point, I know, at least I know what my mom's reaction is going to be. And it is just lines upon lines. This is the more they grow, the more they trust you more. Because the more they trust you, rather, because they know the judgment that you have. I mean, they know the restraint that you have exhibited in times past. So makes them come more to you. So please understand that it's responsibility. And as such, take it serious. Take it as serious as it is. Because see, it's whether your teen is gonna miss her way or whether she's not gonna miss her. I'm not sure she's gonna miss her way. But I'm saying that there will be places, there will be junctions of her life that she's gonna get to, that she's gonna wonder, who am I gonna talk to? Do you get my point? So if your girl gets to that point of wondering, who do I talk to? Who's she gonna go to? You? The other adult? Or a friend like her? Do you understand? All right, let's move. So, and I said, without connection, you can't build trust. You can't. Okay, let me see the instance. You're holding a cane and you're calling a goat. Is it going to come? It won't come. Or you're holding a stick and then you're calling a dog to come out, to come to food, to come and eat something. Is it going to come? It's not going to come. The same thing. So if you can't connect with the children, there's nothing you can say to them. A child that feels terrified of you, a child that sees you and then the heart, his heart is palpitating. That kind of a child can never trust you because already she doesn't know what to expect. Some of us, like, volcanic eruption. Our kids never know what to expect around us. They never know. Your kid, your teen girl that it struggled to even come. She's coming for your organ and this is, we see, I'm tired, I'm tired. She won't come tomorrow. It's that simple. So please, connection without connection, you can't build trust. So dear parents, I'm back to this connection of a thing. Please connect, connect, connect. How do you connect? Love them in their language. Simple. That's the best way to connect. Love them in their language. Do things together with them. Let them know that you are interested in their lives. That's how to connect. Then gradually you can start building. You can start earning. Don't forget that I told you that trust is not trust can be demanded. I like all want to put that in this conversation for me. If you are here, trust can be demanded. So number one is a responsibility. Number two, without connection, you can't build trust. The number three thing to know to earn the trust of a teenage girl, you have to understand that without knowledge and wisdom, you cannot build trust. Yeah. Oh, I trust you. I trust you because I know that let me give you let me use this instance. So yesterday it was a bit, a bit kind of, those kind of days. And I reached out to a friend, my friend. I said, this. That's because I trusted that if I reach out to this person, I'll be able to get something. And that's not the she wasn't the only person. I reached out again. Do you understand what we're saying about this thing? So that's because I knew that there was a repository of knowledge and wisdom somewhere for me to draw from. Do you now know? Do you now see why you can't keep saying what are they saying? Why do I have to don't let me even say it things. Let me say to you the things that parents say, in relation to all of these things. What do you mean? Like, I have to learn to be a parent? I said, me, I want to learn to be, because I've not been a parent before. This is just my first time of being a parent. So how can I know what to do if I don't learn? The same way we make a mess of everything. You shouldn't learn about marriage, and then that's why we made a lot of mess around marriage. Same thing you say we can't learn parenting. Who told you? It's a life on a bit of it. Who told you? Whatever you don't know, you learn. So on this parenting, if you don't have knowledge, if you don't have wisdom, you can't build trust. And that's why I use that example. When you reach out to people, it's because you know that there's something that you take. Do you understand how it works? So who says that the same is not applicable in parenting your teen girl? The same is applicable. That's why some of us, that was the first question I asked. That's why some of us, we took decisions that we had no business taking without recourse to our parents, because we didn't feel, yeah, we didn't feel that there was enough knowledge or wisdom there because of the things that we had seen, things that played out before us. We may be wrong. Don't misunderstand me. That thing might be wrong, as in that thinking you had in your head then that it made you contact your parent then. You may be wrong. But what made you think that way that time? That's because that was what you had played out before you. Do you understand? So you have to have knowledge, you have to have wisdom. So please, all this talk of, if I ask us now, since we've been listening to these videos and everything, how many parenting books have we read? How many books have we bought of parenting? How many have we read of personal development? How many have we read about the psychology of a girl? How many have read about how girls think? How many have read about how girls dream? Oh, you don't know there's the way girls dream. Oh, trust me, there's a way they dream. They dream fantasy, they dream happily ever after. Trust me. So how many? Do you understand? So if you don't have knowledge, if you don't have wisdom, you can't build trust. Yeah, hello, welcome, thank you. Without knowledge, without wisdom, you can't build trust. It's not possible. Without knowledge, without wisdom, you can't build trust. And that's why some of us, I'm going to say it again because it is true. That's why some of us, we could not access our parents back then. That's why some of us, we could not go and meet them with the challenges that we had back then, because we were not sure. We were not, and you don't forget that teenage girls don't coming to you for information. Information is on Google. Just press it. How do I? How do I? How shall I? How shall I? Information is on Google. So your teenage girl comes to you for wisdom, for direction, for guidance. But so many of us we lack it. We lack it. Seriously. And that's why I told us how many parenting books have we read? How do we know? How does a girl think? Do you know how an average girl thinks? And then you're parenting a teenage girl. Do you understand? So those are the gaps that we have to fill. You can't hand trust like that. And I've told you, you can't demand trust. You can't. You can't demand trust. You can't say, trust me automatically. It's not going to happen. She just look at it like, oh, is mommy high on, She will think it to herself. You can't demand trust. And then what other thing I say it can't be about trust? Trust is not automatic. Trust is not automatic. Trust is earned. Trust is worked. You work it. Trust is built. Trust is built. So that when at least something happens, is your daughter safe in the knowledge that, oh, if I go to mom or if I go to dad, there will be direction. Do you understand? How are you going to give direction if you don't know? How are you going to give direction if you don't know? You see why it's very, very important that you keep knowing. You have to know. You have to know. You have to know. You have to have knowledge. You have to have wisdom. Whichever way you want to go about it. You can't keep going about it the same way and, just expect that things will just, and then everything will just, it's not going to happen. It's not even going to happen. Don't even kid yourself. To the next one, I said, understand that the currency of trust is also consistency. Yes, that's the currency of trust. Consistency. You can't be doing, how do I say it now? How do I say it now? In and out in the life of your daughter. You can't be in today, out tomorrow. It's not going to work. Imagine me now. I'm here today, and the next time you see me is 3 weeks to come. You're wondering she doesn't know what she's doing. The same thing your daughter is going to think that she doesn't know what she's doing. So you have to know that the currency of trust is consistency. Consistency in loving, consistency in showing it, consistency in availability, and consistency in showing it. I already told us how to make ourselves available. We have talked about that already. So you have to be consistent. Parenting is showing up regardless. That's it. Regardless. I don't see right now. It is. I can't say more than that. But parenting is showing up regardless. I don't show up anyhow. Show up ready. That's parenting for you. At least for that 18 years. Regardless of I am going through this is happening to me. So if something is happening to you, if you need to deal with yourself, deal with yourself. If you need to get healing, get healing. If you need whatever you need to do it so that you can keep showing up for your child. At least for that 0 to 18 years, it's very paramount. I know I will not. It is a live stream. I'm not even gonna lie. There were things I did. I wish that my mom. And I know for some of us, it's like that too. There were things we did that we wish that we let our parent know. So why didn't we? It's a gap. Yes, it's a gap in the parenting that we received. So can you not repeat the same thing? I've told us. I said that responsibility, you have to understand that trust is a responsibility. It is so you have to treat it as such. And nobody will commit responsibility to you if you're not ready for it. So if you're not ready for what your daughter is going to bring to you, if you're not ready for the confusion she's going to bring, if you're not ready for the things that will be churning in her mind that she's going to bring, you're not ready to earn trust. You're just not ready to earn trust. Number 2, I said without connection, I'm back to that connection game. Without connection, you can't build trust. You can't build trust. You can't. You can't hold a cane. And that's figuratively speaking. You can't hold a cane and then you call a goat. Or you can't hold a stick and then you call a chicken. Same thing for human beings. You can't be going, and then you expect that when something is up, that girl is going to come to you. She won't come to you. Don't even kid yourself. Have you seen many young people on sites looking for friends? I said sites, online. And that is also addressed in the book I wrote for girls. So where are their parents? Where are their moms? Where are their dads? Looking for what's not lost. No connection. They don't trust the adults in their life. The next thing I said, understand that without knowledge and wisdom, you can't build trust. No. You need knowledge, you need wisdom. It is because I knew, and that's why I use that example. It's because I knew that if I reach out to this person, I'll get something. That's trust. Trust is total, complete, confidence that something is gonna, yield. Something is gonna come up from here. So without knowledge, without wisdom, you cannot build trust. So you can't be parenting by assumption. You can't be parenting by try and error. You can't be parenting by is it this is it. You can't be that. It is already dangerous with doing that. This generation, this Gen Alpha, this Gen Z that you're parenting, you can't be doing that to them again. You can't. By assumption, you have to know with exactitude. You have to know accuracy. You have to know, and don't forget, they come to you for wisdom. They have the knowledge. They come to you for the wisdom, for guidance and direction. So I said about the next thing I said, currency is a I understand that currency of trust is also consistency. So you can't be doing like you can't be doing like a generator light. You are there today, you're not there tomorrow. Your daughter comes say, mommy, and then you go, how what? How I'm tired. As I'm talking to you, I am tired. Right now I'm tired. But I'm not gonna say to my daughter that because I know that it's dangerous for me to do that. It's dangerous. So if you keep doing that, you're being inconsistent. You're like, that hazard lights. Yeah. Your daughter is not knowing whether she's speaking blue, whether she's speaking green, whether she's speaking light. She doesn't know what she's speaking because you're not consistent. So be consistent in your showing up. Be consistent. In every way you think consistency is, be consistent. That's how you can earn trust. That's how your girl knows that, oh, okay, she's there. Be really there. If you want to be there, please be really there. If you want to be there, please be really, really there. The next thing you want, I hope you're learning something, and I hope it's worth your time. That the next thing you want to know how to earn trust, you have to understand that your vulnerability is a platform. I wish we would understand this. See, this infallibility thing, I was still having the conversation in the course of the week. This, when I was your age, I didn't do this. What told us that? Who told you that? All of that lies. Told us to lie to our kids, and they will find. See, your kids will. Oh yeah, your kids will find you out. Trust me, they will find you out. They will find you out. And when they find you out, you're not gonna like it. So all of that infallibility, all of that perfect thing that we do, can we go and ditch it? I like to say something here. Please, the fact that you made a mistake, that you made a mistake on your journey does not mean you don't have the right to correct that mistake in the life of your child. Do you understand? If anything, it gives you credence because now you have credentials to talk about it. So don't go and be proving I am perfect. I am there. Don't go that way. You won't earn our trust like that. And there's this joke about, there's the particular man. He was just about his child, how that his child carried last. How when he was in secondary school, he's always first. And one day the boy came, brought a result, and showed the result to the guy, to the man, and then all of the result was the F. And the man went again on his righteousness tirade, and he started, oh, well, I was your age, well, I was this, well, I was that, this, that. And the boy said, Daddy, sorry, it's not my result, oh, it's your result. And then imagine the level of embarrassment. It's the same thing. So your vulnerability. I'm not saying go and be telling your kids the details of your whatever it is. I'm just saying that let them understand that these things I did, this is what it cost me. So they're gonna know that our mom is as they come, or my dad is as they come. So all these let me not even I hope that I just get some of that because I don't want to even say some things. What you're not doing, what you know that you did not do it, or you did not do it, and then you are lying to your child that that's what you did. Come on, be vulnerable enough to your kids. Let them know that you're not perfect. This naked and unashamed thing. Let them know. So don't be thinking, don't let guilt be eating somewhere in your mind. So if there are things that you did and you knew the outcome, can you tell your kids when they are of age? So that they know that if I do this is exactly the outcome. Your vulnerability. Can you stop being this popish parent? They have never done any wrong. Everything about your life has been if that's your journey, I commend you. But if that's not your journey, can you not sell what's not true to your kids? Because they're gonna find you out. They're gonna find you out. They will find you out. But you go at the back, you are chatting porn on your phone, you are chatting sex talk, you are doing all sorts of things. You think they don't know. Be there, deceive. Oh, trust me, I've made mistakes in life. Trust me. And I'm not even shy to admit it. I have. I have plenty. But what do? I try to pick my lessons. I try to pick my lessons. I try to learn and I try to do better. And that's the best you can do. So use your vulnerability as a platform to build trust, because this is it. Once your child knows that, oh, okay, mommy is after all not perfect. That is not after all not perfect. So I can go to them with my imperfection. Do you understand? So it's a mind thing. It's a mind thing. But what you are not, you have portrayed it already to your children. And if they're struggling with that kind of thing, they won't notice that my mommy never experienced this kind of thing. I don't know whether you understand what I am saying. My mommy never experienced this, my dad never experienced it, and then they are lost. And then they go and meet people that will even further mislead them. So use your vulnerability as a platform to build trust. So please drop the infallibility narrative. Drop it. You're not perfect. You're just working on yourself. You have made mistakes, you have made errors, you have done things that you wish you didn't do. So why do you want to have the head of your child? So when your child is able to identify with you, your child is able to come to say, Mom, oh, mommy will understand. And then that is you building trust. Don't forget, the object of all of this is that if something ever happens, can your daughter drop everything she's and say, please get me mom? Oh, Jesus. I wish that parents will understand this. Get me mom. Get me mom. Or get me dad. No matter what. That story is in the scriptures. Yeah, it's in the scripture. Prodigal son is there. The guy messed up big time. In every way that anyone could mess up, he messed up. But the moment he realized himself, so, oh, I need to go back to dad. I need to go back to dad. Can your daughter say, I want to go back to mommy, no matter how bad it is? Because I know I'll find wisdom there. I'll find guidance. I'll find acceptance. That's how to build a trust. How we're learning something. Now, next thing to do, I said another thing for you to earn the trust of a teenage girl, you have to understand that building trust is not on the basis of your child's performance. Building trust is not on the basis of your child's performance. No. What do I mean by this? It's not when your daughter performs up to expectation. That's when she can earn your trust. No. Your child is not a gladiator. You know gladiators now, people that fight for people to watch. Your child is not performing for you. Your child is just growing up. Your child is not a gladiator. So she doesn't have to perform for you. Of course, we know what I mean by perform. She doesn't have to pretend or perform or act for you. She's not an actor. So you have to understand that building trust is not on the, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm trying. That's the essence. It doesn't matter whether she's right, whether she's wrong, whether she did it well, she didn't do it well. So it's not gonna, your trust is not gonna be conditional. I mean, it's not gonna be that's the word, conditional. So it's not gonna be like it's only when she does what you expect her to do. So what's gonna happen? I don't know whether you understand what I am saying. So what's gonna happen the times that she performs below your expectations, so to say? Oh, my daughter has performed below my. In a matter of fact, there are times I tell her that it looks as though I'm not doing anything. Trust me. But you know what? It's not for now. Can you just calm down? Can you just take it easy with that child of yours? Can you just take it easy with her? Knowing that she's a work in progress, just like you. Just like you. But whatever it is, can you always be there at your duty post? Can you always be there at your duty post as a parent? Shepherding, guiding, offering wisdom, offering love, offering solace, offering comforts. That's your duty. So your child is not a gladiator. So if you're basing the fact that your child should come to you on how well she does, you will lose that child. Trust me, because she's not gonna do well the way you want her to do all of the time. No, she's gonna mess up. She's gonna goof. Of course, don't we all? And then she goes, "Oh, I can't go to mommy. Oh, I can't go to daddy." So at your child's worst, is it worse or worse? I don't know. At your child's worst, or at your child's worst, can she come to you? That's the conversation. Can she come to you? How many have we talked about? Number one, I said you have to understand that trust is a responsibility. You have to understand that without connection, you cannot build trust. You have to understand that without knowledge and wisdom, you can't build trust. Your child must know that if I come to mommy, if I come, I'll get something. And that's what precluded some of us from going to our parents, because we felt they didn't have an understanding of what we're going through. Do you understand? Let not the same thing repeat itself. Let your child know that no matter what's going on, you will understand. And how do you understand without knowledge? How do you understand without wisdom, without empathy? How do you understand? So you have to understand that without knowledge and wisdom, you can't build trust. You have to understand that in the currency of trust is consistency. You can't be in and out of your daughter's life the way you want. You can't be there today, tomorrow you are not there. You have to be there, And I said parenting is showing up. Oh, yeah, yeah. Show up regardless. Show up irrespective. Show up. Show up ready, and don't show up bege, kind of show up. Show up like show up. Let your daughter know that yes, mommy is here, daddy is here. It's just for the meantime. You're gonna relax, trust me. It's just for them. It looks like a lot of work, but you know what? The dividend to be reaped is nothing compared to the work that you're going to put into it. So let's just put in it's just for, look at us, look at us, look at us. We're all, I mean, you know. So what are we saying? The other time I was talking to him, I said, when did they give birth to me? And I can't even imagine my age. Sincerely, the other day I was combing my hair and I saw gray hair. I think I saw a strand and I said, whoops, when? So in good time, that freedom you want, that everything, you're still gonna have it. But now, can we put in that work? I hope we're learning something. All right, let's go ahead. Then I said that you have to understand that your vulnerability is a platform. So don't think, oh, my daughter must not know, or no, don't think that way. Rather, use it as a tool to empower your own child. And I said that you made mistakes does not disqualify you from raising your child. It does not disqualify you from putting your child in the right direction. Rather, it arms you with tools to use if you know how to use them. Your daughter's like, oh, mommy too is not perfect. So she can come to you with her struggles. Oh, trust me. The other time, I think I was having, I don't know what it was. I think I've forgotten what I was saying now. And she said, and she goes, mommy, but you too, you said, I said, yes, so I'm not perfect. Because we're not. So don't paint a picture of what you're not to your child, because this is it. If you paint it, yeah, they'll still find out. They'll still see you for who you truly are, and that's when you lose them. I pray that we don't lose our kids. I was working with a child. I was with a client today, and then the person goes something like, "Oh, I miss my daughter," and I said, "How old is it?" She said she's 17, and she said something like, we fell out. And I said something like, what happened? Why is she not here with you? And then she says, we fell out. And I'm wondering what kind of fallout will happen between a mother and a daughter. And then she said something like, she doesn't want to ever see me again. I'm telling you, it happened today while I was at work. And you're wondering what kind of fallout. So use your vulnerability as a tool. Don't shroud it in perfection. Let them know. Because they will know that, oh, mommy will understand. Why? Because she has had that issue. Then that is you building trust. All right, let's move. The next thing, you have to understand that building trust is not, oh, thank you, I already mentioned this, that it is not based on your child's performance. Your child is not a gladiator. Your child is not performing for you. So it's not only when she does well, or according to you, when she's well behaved, when she's perfect, when she's this, when she's that, that's when you know. No. You can't demand trust though. In short, after this session, I'm going to go and put it, you can't demand trust. You can't. Yeah. The next thing I said, understand that trust is not built in absentia and in impatience. This parenting thing, we will wear, God will call it humility, but you will wear it though. You will wear it. You can't be impatient. A child is struggling. A teen girl is struggling with a lot. Trust me. My daughter, she's just 9, and then she with other girls, they were in a class last month, a sex ed. It was organized by my coach and all of that. And then I had the opportunity of listening in one of the sessions. The things that the girls were asking was shocking me as a full-grown adult. The things they were asking at that age was shocking me. So that tells, you know what? The only thing that told me is that there is still work to be done. The things they were asking, it was shocking me. So don't you can't build trust in absentia. You can't say I don't have time, I'm not there, I'm tired, I am. Hey, you can't build trust like that though. You can't. In absentia, never there. So the way this thing works out, you never know what's going to happen next month, next year. I never knew a time was going to come in my life where I was going to restructure my parenting journey. I didn't know. I thought everything would just be like, oh, as it's going, as it's going, as it's going. But now I know different. Trust me, I know different. So you can't be trust in absentia. You can't be trust in impatience. When she's still struggling to find the words. For example, she goes something like, let me give you an example of impatience. She goes something like, mommy, I want to discuss something with you. And then she sits down. She sits down and then she says nothing again. And then you go, if you don't want, if you don't know what, if you don't have what you want to say, please go. You have lost that, you have just lost the opportunity to bond with your daughter. She says, he goes, can I ask you something? Of course. And if you see that she's struggling with what you can, I'm here, I'm listening. Look, engage her. Let her know that you are there. That's you building trust. But if you go like, I'm tired though, or I'm even feeling headache, or can we shelve the conversation? That in short, they will say support the law. That one is gone. That conversation is gone. She's not coming back there because she didn't get what she needed at that point. So you can't build trust like that. You have to be patient, be really there, and that's why I say parenting is showing up regardless. Regardless, show up. Really, really show up. So you can't. So you have to understand it's not built in absentia. You need to find time. However you want to do it is how you're going to do it. You need to find time. You need to find time. Next thing you need to know, you have to understand the principle of extending grace and kindness to yourself too. I needed to say this after all the blast I've been saying. Extend grace. I know that it's hard. I've not been a parent before either. Neither have you. So it's okay. There are times that you have felt, alpha and omega. You have felt on top of everything. It's fine. But now extend grace. Take it easy on you too. No, and admit, acknowledge that yes, it's okay. I didn't know these things before. And you know what? When you acknowledge it, let them know that you have acknowledged. Let them know that I didn't know. That's you extending grace to yourself. But now I'm willing. I think that's what changes us as human beings. The ability to want to do better. But if we keep going the way we've been going, it won't achieve any results. It's not going to achieve any results. Extend grace to yourself. Admit that you have not been doing well on this trust anything. Then, okay, for me. Okay, I admit. Can I do better? The way we say, can you give me another chance? Yeah. You can ask for the grace from your children. Oh, you don't know you can. Oh, you definitely can. Camila, I know that I've not been there. Yeah, I know. It's a matter of fact, I ask for reviews occasion and not occasionally. I mean, because I want to. Because don't forget that you're not parenting yourself. That's one other thing. It's like the way is leadership. The leader is not leading himself or easy. He's not leading himself. So you're also not parenting yourself. So if you know that you've really goofed, admit it. And then don't be too proud to say, oh, okay, I think on this trust thing, I think I've not done my best. But I want to do better. Can I meet you again? You can meet your daughter again, yeah? Can I meet you again? That kind of thing. So that is you extending grace. And then you open your mind. We have to really open our mind. There's nothing we'll be able to achieve if we don't have an open mind. Extend grace to yourself. How many have we talked of? A lot. Number one, I said understand that trust is a responsibility. So it's not you can't force it out of somebody. Trust can't be forced. Trust can't be commanded. It can only be earned. Trust can't be forced. If you want to put that in the comment section, please feel free. Trust can't be forced. It can't be commanded. You can't even buy it. You can't say because actually you know that I bought you something yesterday. Won't you tell me what you're going through? What's that? What's even that? Parents are very funny. We like to emotionally manipulate our children. We say things like, that after all I've done for you, what's that? What have you done? The child didn't beg to be born. Yeah, I know it's hard to say. It's hard to hear rather. But it's true. You had that sex that led to that child. So it was your sole decision, sole responsibility. So don't demand it. Don't command it. Don't you know I'm your mother? Don't you know I'm your father? That will not do you anything. That's being proud. Just where man will say, don't you know I'm the husband in this house? And we know that any man that says that, we know that that marriage is in problem already. Of course, by now we know. Let's not even go into that. So understand that trust is a responsibility. Understand that without connection, you can't build trust. Understand that without knowledge and wisdom, you can't build trust. Understand that, that the currency of trust is also consistency. Please be consistent in the life of your child. Be there. Don't be absent. You know, there are a lot of parents. We have overing parents, some kind of, I will not even go into that. Overing parents, they're just there. Is she fine? Then they have gone. We have permissive parents. We have unavailable parents. We have the ones that parents with by guilt. So many kind of parents. So be consistent. And then we have the consistent parents. They're always there. Consistency is a platform for you to build trust. Yes, consistency is a platform to build trust because your daughter knows that you're always there. The next thing, understand that your vulnerability is a platform to build trust. I've said this enough. Then understand that building trust is not on the basis of your child's performance. Your child is not a gladiator. He's not performing for you. He's not performing for your applause. Your child is not performing so that you can applaud her. Hey, good girl, good, good, go, girl. No, your child is learning. Your child is growing. Understand that trust is not built in absentia and impatience. You can't go like, mommy, I want to see you say, and talk now. And can't you talk? What do you want to say? That's not the way to build trust. You can't stop talking like that to your children. Don't talk to them that way again. Then the next thing, understand the principle of extending grace to yourself and kindness. I already talked about that. The next one, I said, understand that building trust will test the sincerity of your intention. Haja. This one just dropped this morning in my mind. Building trust, it will test the sincerity of intention. How sincere are you? It will test it. It will test it. Are you just doing so that they will not say you are not available? So that they will not say that all this coach they will put their mouth away from your matter. Is that why you are doing these things? Because the time will come that the sincerity of intention, is there in the scriptures. It say all actions will be weighed, all actions will be judged. The sincerity of your intention. How sincere are you? Are you just doing it so that they will not say you too after all the class that you have had, after this, is that why? And your kids, especially the teenagers, if you know the things I used to hear, that's why I said the things I used to say. I have had teenager. I have a girl that I'm not gonna say it. I've had a girl that everything that was happening to her right in her mother's house. That's where the boy will come. That's where everything will happen. Everything. And then when he got to points that she couldn't, that's when she opened up to me. And the first thing I asked, where's the mom? And she didn't permit me to tell her mom because she already know your reaction. Trust. They know your reaction. They know what you do. They know that hey. They know how you react. So they'll say, no, I'm shielding my mother from this kind of thing. Then your child, it has, parentification. Your child is not the one protecting you from what? Because you will not pack yourself, because you will not just show up. So you have to understand that building trust will test the sincerity of intention. How sincere are you? Are you doing this because you know? You know how the Bible says this thing. One that will give account. That's how serious it is. As one that will give accounts, because we really will give accounts. When I think of that, I say, Father, help me. As one that you're going to give accounts. You will give accounts. You give accounts. You're going to give accounts. Then the next thing, and if you give accounts, then you're going to expose what your intention truly is. Even if you can't say it now, it's going to expose it. And I said, understand that building trust is a journey. It's a journey. It's not a destination. You don't just arrive there. You don't just get to that point, bam, that. But I when I see some parents, I envy the relationship they have with their daughters. They can tell them anything, anything. They didn't just arrive there. Do you get? They didn't just arrive there. It was a journey from little things, from being available to being patient, to being vulnerable, to being responsible, to connecting, to getting wisdom, to getting knowledge, to being consistent, you know, to being patient. All of that build up. Can you see that is a journey? So you need to know. So if you so that you know whether you're really ready for this thing that we're saying or you're not ready. So if you're ready, you get ready to do the work. If you're ready. So it's a journey. It's a journey, it's not a destination. You don't get there in a day. You don't open up, you don't, you don't get to be like one day and then you don't talk and say, Mommy, this is what has happened. No, no, it's a journey. Before, I used to struggle with my daughter coming to say things to me because of her own temperament. But gradually, we're able to gradually, and I'm just hoping, okay, I hope that we're able to continue to do the work. That's why I said this parenting thing, no break, no rest, no pause, no this, no nothing. For that 18-year time template, you don't have it. Because if you have the break, the kids are growing. They are growing. They are growing. So you have to understand. And I've told you the journey of patience, journey of responsibility, journey of connection, journey of consistency, journey of vulnerability, journey of patience, journey of extending grace. All of that is what's going to accumulate into you getting to where you're going, which is to be able to earn the trust of a teenage girl. Finally, for this evening, I said you have to understand the fragile nature of trust. It's very fragile. Once broken, it's going to be very hard to put it back together. It's going to be very, very hard. So that's why you have to know this parenting thing. Am I doing it or am I not doing it? And of course, you don't have a choice. You have to do it because we are here already. We can't go back to, not having the kids. So you're here already. Understand the fragile nature of trust. Where this trust is going to be helpful for you is when the situation comes and then your daughter says, Mommy, I need help. So you know where to go for the help. Do you understand? That's the essence. Depending on the level of connection that you have worked on, depending on the level of connection that you have built. So it's very fragile. See the work you have to do to get to this level. And even if you still get to this level, it's still very fragile. Do they trust your emotions? It's part of the trust process too. Do they trust your emotions? Do they trust you not to fly all over the place? Do they trust you to put everything, to be calm? Do they trust you? Or they're like, Mommy was not here because then the whole hell will be let loose. If they're hiding little things from you, they will hide the big ones from you. They will. And when your child hides something from you, when your teenager hides things from you, you should question your parenting. You should question it. You should question it. Trust is very fragile. I hope that you have learned something. I'll just run through it again. And like I always say, if it's just one thing that you pick, run with it to do you good. Understand that trust is a responsibility. Understand that without connection, you cannot build trust. Understand that without knowledge and wisdom, you cannot build trust. Understand that the currency of trust is also consistency. Then you have to understand that your vulnerability is a platform to build trust. Understand that building trust is not on the basis of your child's performance. Your child is not a gladiator. Understand that trust is not built in absentia or in impatience. Understand the principle of extending grace and kindness to yourself too. Then you have to understand that building trust will test the sincerity of your intention. Understand that building trust is a journey, not a destination. Finally, understand the fragile nature of trust. And when you now think of the flip side, the beautiful journey you're going to have with your daughter once she's able to trust you, I know that you want to put in this work. So please don't forget, this is not a destination, it's a journey. As you're walking your journey, I'm walking my journey. I'm also parenting with you. And I am not perfect. Oh, trust me. If there's anyone that is flawed, oh, trust me. I'm not perfect. But what I'm willing to do, I am willing to take this one hard to myself. Take this one hard to myself. Take this one hard to myself until I become a whole and I'm able to really do the assignment that I have before me. Because your child on your hands is an assignment. Your child on your hands is an assignment. And you have a time frame. You have a time frame. I hope you have learned something. Thank you for always joining me. And don't forget, if you have not bought that book, Good Etiquette, A Girl's Pathway to Excellence, please, you'll be doing your child, your teenage, your preteen a great disservice. Go and get it for them. It's on Amazon, it's on Seller. Just type the name. It's going to come up. Buy on Seller, buy on Amazon to do them good. Thank you for always coming. I don't take it for granted. Once again, my name is Funmilola Williams, the lead coach at the Informed and Reformed Teens Academy. I'll be here again next week. Gospel in our lives. Thank you and bye bye.